Thunder 98.5, American Saturday Night, little Brad Paisley action. All right, man, so I guess we're going four-wheeling this morning, aren't we?
Yeah, I would think so.
A little surprise here in the studio, and Captain Jack found a magic bottle.
Yeah.
He opened it up, and look who appears.
It's Gretchen Wilson, ladies and gentlemen!
Hey! Holy cow.
You guys are off to a big old start this morning.
Yes, we are, man.
Totally.
Yes, we are. You look gorgeous.
Thank you.
Absolutely gorgeous at 9:07.
I get up early.
Well, it doesn't. It looks like you've just been a wide awake angel for forever.
Well,
Usually she's out on the farm doing work for 3 hours ahead of time.
I try to sleep a little bit later when we're out on the road and on the bus, but it's just natural. You know,
We can take a nap right
I've got
now.
a little. I've got a 9-year-old, and so driving her to school, we leave at 7:30 to go just to get to school on time. So I have to get up about 5:30 in the morning to get things going.
But that's your hometown time.
Yeah.
So it's actually it's about that
It's
time.
6:30
Yeah.
here.
So it's okay. So we're doing good.
Yeah, we're all right.
Fabulous to see you. You're going to be doing a show in New Jersey up in Morristown tonight,
Yep.
which is going to be fantastic. I offered to take you out surfing. You said, let's get me in the mud. So we can go four-wheeling if you want. We got lots of mud around here.
We got quads everywhere. If you
Yeah.
like. Yeah.
What about the ones, the four-wheelers, the six-wheelers that go on the water?
Oh, the
The
bog
mud
ones?
bogs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my brother bought one of those for a minute, and then he traded it right away because it's a rough ride.
Yeah.
It's a rough.
But
It's
you
like
can go
driving
anywhere.
some kind of a
Yeah, it's like a
machinery.
dual stick type of a thing.
It's not easy.
No, especially like
It's pretty difficult navigating them through the bogs, though, man. It's like, trying to get that thing and keep it on track or either head into the mud, And
how do you have 2 beers and work 2 levers? I have no
Your
idea.
Indian name is Two Beers?
Yeah.
My Polish name is.
But it's not that he only drinks 2 beers. He drinks 2 at a time.
Yeah.
Time.
Yeah.
Double fisting.
I'm
Yeah.
only here for the party, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, which reminds me. I
Yeah.
got to play that song from you.
I think we talk about double fisting in that song.
Yeah, man.
That's right.
I think that's where I got my.
But
my incentive.
congratulations on the new record.
Yeah, fantastic.
I got your country right here,
Right
and the album.
here.
The album is outstanding.
Thank you.
And on top of that, I mean, you come off of one hit, Work Hard, Play Harder, and now you got your own label, man. I mean, you are just shooting to the stars.
We're doing everything we know how to do. I've been working on this record for a long while, and but just couldn't wait to get it out there and for people to hear it because I'm truly in love with it. I think it's the record that I was meant to make. Always.
It is really good. Why Redneck Records? Why'd you
Well,
possessed you to do that?
my long time relationship with Sony Records came to an end middle of last year. We had finally had to just face each other and look at each other in the eye and say this ain't working. I mean, I hadn't really had a hit on radio for a long time. I hadn't released a record in a long time, and I guess just like any other strong-willed person, I just walked in the door and said, "Hey, man, what up? What are we doing here? I mean, we either gotta poop or get off the pot, So let's get working here.
You don't have to worry about Gretchen mincing words.
I've read all about her. I've heard some interviews of hers, and her and I are like simpatico, which is.
Oh, we had this really great talk out there in Nashville when we were out there last time, and it was just I'll always remember it. The philosophy talk, if you will.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you just you got to do what you got to do, and when one door closes, you have to decide for yourself whether you're ready to hang it up or whether you're ready to kick open another door. And I wasn't ready to quit yet.
So did it unleash you creatively? Were you able to just say, look, this is mine. I'm doing what I want. This is how it's going to go.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, I also kept my eyes and my ears open for the last 6 years. Being involved with a major label, and I learned as much as I could. And at this point, I'm not going forward. I'm not just rushing into anything, without doing my homework first. I ask a lot of questions of my friends and other people in the business and people that I work with now, and we try to make the right decisions. And I like to move really fast, but I try to move it at a slow enough pace to where I don't make any mistakes.
Now, I told Captain Jack I really have only 2 questions. Here's the second question. That moment when it all happened, when like that door opened up, when you got that bit of sunshine going, holy crap, I'm that good at
That moment that I got that loan.
When did it pop for you? When was your moment pop? Because you put in the time, you put in the effort, and there's that one time when it just happens. Where was that? Who was involved? What's going on?
When I went over to the manufacturing warehouse and
Right.
I watched the sheets of paper being cut, all the hard work that went into just the packaging and everything of the layout of the CD, all the pictures, all the lyrics, all of the thank yous, all of the everything that has to go into the packaging of a record. When I went over to the manufacturing company, made the decision myself on how many CDs that we could afford to manufacture the first go round, how many we were going to ship, how many we already had sold. That was a real realization for me that I was actually doing this, and that it worked. You know, that all of the hard work was paying off, and that it was gonna, you know, we were gonna put it out there and just see what happens, and see if people really still wanted to hear music.
Are these songs that you have on this album now, are they something that you've had for a while, or is it something that you've just been writing over the last few months?
No, these are most of the songs on this album I didn't write. This was my opportunity for the first time to put together the album that I thought was perfectly me. And these were songs that I had been listening to and loving on for years, but that I couldn't convince the other label were right.
Ergo Redneck Records. Let me do my own thing.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like every song on this album is a song that my audience and the people that listen to Gretchen Wilson's music are gonna love. I felt that's who I put this record together for. I mean, not just for me, but for my fans, because I think that they had started to wonder about my direction, because I had tried a couple different times to go with songs and to release songs that Sony thought were perfect for me, and that I just knew in my heart and I could feel weren't right. And I was afraid that my fans were starting to lose faith in my strength and in my determination, and so I wanted to put together an album that they loved from front to end. And,
well, I think you put it together real nice, because I love it.
Thank you.
I mean, like you said, from bookend to bookend, it's absolutely fantastic.
I've never made a record where I didn't, after at least the first few months of working on it, where I didn't have to just skip a track here and there, you know, as you're listening to it down in the
this is
stereo.
Good, beginning to end, man. It's absolutely fantastic.
I appreciate it.
Don't we have?
What do you want to hear?
I Got Your Country right here, right here.
I love that song.
Here.
Why don't we
Always
fire
follow
that
with a
baby
hand
up?
gesture.
We're gonna
Right.
we're gonna spin that for you while you get some coffee in, and then we'll get some breakfast, and you come back and talk for another minute or maybe
Sure.
after the song.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's gonna be tough for us to let her go, because she's been so much fun.
I'm in love.
No doubt.
I'm in love. I mean, I'm in love.
I know. He's single too, so anyway.
Oh.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And there's got to be a reason for it. Let's crack this thing up, man. Here, live in the studio, it's Gretchen Wilson.